Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Thursday, June 13th, 2024. Welcome back to my daily vlog, my regular ritual stand-up, where I report on what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and how it's going, trying to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. And I'm going to get today going talking about yesterday. So, yesterday's, I'm just looking at my chart and I put something from today into the yesterday column. I'll remember that. Okay, so yesterday, my goal was to finish the ColecoVision restoration video part 2. Interesting story on that will become not important, but I'm going to share it anyway. You'll recall this was a large video that I planned on doing, and I shot all this stuff. I was going to do this hour-long restoration video a year ago, and then it back-burnered. And now I'm parting it out into individual pieces. And so yesterday was the part 2, and I was thinking that was going to be like, there was a 1 and a 2 was going to be the larger, bigger part. And when I got to about the 10-minute mark, I'm like, man, there's still a whole lot left here. And I don't know why I anguished over that for a day before I realized, oh, break it, part 3, dummy. Right, there was like this whole next section where I finished all the dismantling and all the cleaning and all the planning and all this. And then I was going to get into the reassembly. And I'm like, that's a part 3. Let's break it right there because the first part did well. And we're just adding on. So I got that video done, published it yesterday afternoon. And it's, of the last 10 videos, it's the worst performing video I've put out over the last several weeks. That video has only done about 1,600 views overnight. I was very frustrated with that all night. I ruminated on it all evening. I stewed over it. I was very disappointed because I got lots of great feedback. We love this, do part 2. We want to see more. And fewer than half the people that watched the first one came back to watch the second one. But then I remembered, wait a minute. Yes, the stats on that particular video are disappointing. However, remember this was going to be a single one video with one opportunity at views, one opportunity at advertising, one opportunity at everything. This is a free video, if you will. This is like almost like chopping that video into pieces. So those are free views. Now that's not true. I did the work for them, but I'm using old footage. So really I fast tracked this video. So you could think of it as that video only got 1,600 views in its first 18 hours, whatever it is. Or as I'm trying to put a silver lining on it, I got 1,600 more views on my series that I wouldn't have gotten had I put it out as one large video. See what I mean? So that's how I'm sleeping at night, because that was very frustrating to have such poor performance. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be the top performer, but I thought it'd be middle of the pack. It wasn't, so. Has not dissuaded me from reaching out and trying other things. It's just, look, I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize in my mind so I don't get depressed over it, but it's just like, look, something's going to be the worst, right? So that's, and it's not the worst, it's just the worst of the last 10, right? It's still 1,500, 1,600 views overnight. It's not awful, but, you know, we've been seeing, 4 and 5s, 6s sometimes over, the night of the weekend. So anyway, also yesterday, once that was done, I also did writing for the Friday plays and some planning and playing of the game. I got some more to do with that today. If I can produce it today, we'll talk about. In the evening then at 7 o'clock, we were live with 1980s Now. That episode was live on YouTube and Facebook, but will be available to listen to every Monday on the 1980s Now YouTube feed. Okay, let's talk about stats. Well, the good news is they're no worse than yesterday. So it's, on my little chart, I'd like to be right in the middle here, but 50 subscribers and 10,000 views average over the last 7 days. Still low on both counts, about 8,600 views and about 24, just a shy of 25 average subscribers per day. Close to what we want to be in views, half of what we'd like to be in subscribers. Yesterday was actually a pretty decent subscriber day. No new milestone yet, but we're almost halfway to it. And we'll talk about that when it hits. We'll say 50,100, and we'll talk about that. So I maybe not tomorrow at the rate we're going. We'd need about 60. So it's probably going to be Monday. So today, first things first. Remember, Friday we recorded, Tuesday we edited together that podcast. It's available right now for you to listen to in our feed. It's available to hear, so that is out. And then the Friday plays is my primary focus for today. It's a great way for me. I love this as a Thursday task because it's it's fun to do, it's easy lifting, but it allows me to give benefits to YouTube members that do that little regular monthly donation. It allows me to pre-produce the thing for Friday, which frees up my Friday to be able to focus on the next week's tasks. I can kind of prep for and work on things that are coming up, or if it's a recording day, I have writing to do. So that is all. My focus this morning and early afternoon is to do that. Then time to record the next Celebrating Yesteryear. The deadline on that pretty much is Monday. I was a little bit ahead. I meant to do that earlier this week, but because I was ahead, it's not. I'm really trying to get this done early, and today is the day I pushed it to. Barring this, I will do it tomorrow, but that's when I like to get it done. Now I want to give you an update on the copyright claims we talked about maybe 2 weeks ago or so here on the vlog. So I get all of my audio backing music from a company called Audio Hero. We used to have a free subscription. We just recently upgraded it because the free went away. It was like a benefit for something else we got. Like you get Amazon Prime, you get Disney Plus, or whatever. One of those combo things. We were using this combo benefit. Well, the combo went away, but I love Audio Hero. They have great content, so I'd recently started paying for them. That's irrelevant. I started paying for them, other than justification in a second here. So when I got those claims, so there was 2 videos that both of them, they said, somebody's claiming this audio, we're going to put it in escrow at least. They can just, siphon off the money until we clear this dispute up. I filed the dispute on YouTube. But then after that, I'd contacted this company, Audio Hero, and said, explain the deal. I won't re-explain it to you. I told them what I told you. And they were surprisingly helpful and with tons of follow through. Here's what they did. First, they said, quickest and easiest way is file the dispute with the URL to our music track over on Audio Hero. I said, that's great, but I've already filed the dispute and you can't edit it after it's been filed. And they said, no problem. Please send me a screenshot so I know what company it is. Please send me a link to your video. Please send me the link to the track in our network so we can associate it. And we will contact this company and tell them. Like, really? So I didn't expect much to come out of that. I was wrong. They followed through repeatedly. After I sent them the data, they responded and said, are you sure this is right? This seems to mismatch. And we double checked some stuff. Then they followed up and tried to contact the company. Then I thought I heard that last of it. Then on Monday, I think it was Monday, I got another email from the customer support person over at Audio Hero saying, hey, so we heard word back from people who claimed it. They said they've released the claim. Are your videos clear now? And I'm like, really? Like you're following through? So I went and checked and they weren't. And I wrote and said, thank you for the follow-up. They're not cleared yet, but maybe it takes time. Thank you. And then yesterday, I checked. I remembered to go and check and look, and they had both cleared. So it took like 3 or 4 days for it to clear. And as I was about to write and let them know that it had cleared, I guess it had been 3 days since I got another follow-up saying, I'm just checking again to see if these things are cleared up. And I'm like, wow. So I wrote them back saying, hey, thank you so much for your follow-through. They are cleared. We got that revenue. Just for your interest, those 2 videos were, at the moment, probably about $60 of revenue that we would have evaporated, would have gone to somebody else. But not only did the process work, but the company, audiohero.com, I endorsed them greatly. They were a huge help when I didn't expect they would be. Not because I, pardon me, not because I think companies are bad, but because I figured I was a little fish they didn't care about with this little, piddly monthly plan. But not only did they help me, they followed through regularly. They walked me all the way to the finish line to make sure that it was done. So the downside to all that is just, it's an upside deferred, but it's a downside, is that revenue we don't get for a while. They said you'll recognize that revenue probably the middle of next month because it's floating around. They've got to earn their interest on it, I'm sure, wherever it floats, right? So eventually that revenue will make it back to us, but it's not lost revenue. But, I put in probably 4 hours of work to salvage that revenue. That's why it's frustrating, is because there are bots out there just throwing nets looking for things that are sound-alikes, and if nobody disputes it, they're just going to make money off of my work for nothing. And I had to invest more work into making sure that I kept what was rightfully mine. Look, I'm following the rules. I'm getting my audio from royalty free. I'm paying fees. Yeah, so frustrating process, awesome company, positive outcome. So that's something, I guess. All right, let me go get busy working today. I want to thank you for popping in to check out today's vlog. If that's what you did, if you're here every day, you know I love you for your tenacity. Thank you so much. Have a great, Thursday. Remember to do something good for yourself, and I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.